A vision board is not just for the new year. You can create a vision board whenever you feel the need to set a game plan for your life. Coming up, I'm going to show you the process I used to create my vision board, what I included in my vision board, and what I didn't. And finally, I'm going to share with you my vision for this year. So without further ado, my name is Diamond, and let's get into it. It's important to understand what a vision board is. And to me, a vision board is a visual representation of my goals over a set period of time. So the first thing I had to do was sit down and write out some goals. Now, we all know what a goal is. A goal has three components. It has to be specific, it has to be measurable, and it has to have a timeline. So I sat down and created a list of goals for myself, covering different aspects of my life to include personal, professional, and business. And my timeline for all these goals was to have them done by the end of this year. Now, after I had my list of goals, the next thing I needed was to come up with some way to tie them all together. I wanted a theme for this year. So I wanted to do this in 1 or 2 words. And the word that struck me the most was consistency. Because in order to meet all my goals, I would have to stay consistent. So that's the word that I chose, and that's going to be at the center of my vision board because it's at the center of my goals. The next step was for me to find visual representations of my goals. So I had to jump on the computer. I used Google and just found some images that represented what my goals were. Because remember, this is a vision board. This is just a visual representation of my goals. It's not going to have all the ins and outs on how I'm going to meet these goals, just something that I can look at and it can remind me of where I'm going this year. So after I found my images, I opened up a word processing program, typed out my theme word for the year, and then I found a quote by Dwayne Johnson that I absolutely fell in love with. And I typed all that out, and then I had to choose the fonts. Now here's where the vision started coming together, because everything about this vision board has a meaning. And so I had to pick the exact font, the right font, the one that spoke to me. And since my word is consistency, so I was looking for a cursive font to hold true to the theme. And after I had that, I went ahead and printed everything out. So with these items hot off the printer, I had to switch gears and put on my arts and crafts hat and cut these images out. Then I had to grab my glue and all the supplies I need to put this vision board together. The next step was to build this vision board. I took a piece of designer construction paper, cut it to size, and then I took all of my images and I started placing them on this construction paper, just using regular glue to stick them down. And I started with putting my theme word and my quote at the center of this board. And then around the board, I started putting in all the different images I had, which were the visual representations of my goals. The final step in constructing this vision board was to frame it. And I chose a float frame, which I'll explain here in a minute. But I carefully placed my newly constructed vision board into the frame, closed it up, and made sure everything was nice and even, and I was good to go. And here's the final product. Now let me take a moment and share with you my vision for this year. In the middle, we have my word, consistency. And then below that is a quote by Dwayne Johnson. It says, "Success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work leads to success. Greatness will come." Then above that, I have a picture of a microphone and the word podcast, because this is the year that I'm going to start a podcast. Then I have a picture of some tickers going up and down, representing the stock market, because this is the year that I want to start getting into a little more trading. I invest heavily, I invest monthly on the regular, but I want to continue that, of course. But in addition to that, I want to learn a little bit more about trading. So that's what that represents. And then next, on the other side there, we have Cisco certified CCNP. That's more on the professional level. I want to take the first exam in that certification track, the Encore, so I can work towards becoming CCNP certified. Then you can see at the bottom here, I have my YouTube here with a big subscribe button. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. I have 25,000 as a number. That's my goal for the end of the year, to grow this channel to 25,000 subscribers. So you can help me out with that with this video right here by going ahead and clicking the subscribe button and checking out the other videos I have on my channel. Then I have a health goal over here. Got a picture of me showing, that's a motivational picture. Not too far from that, but that's just a reminder for me to maintain my health. I have my activity rings from my watch that I wear, and that's there to let me know, to remind me to get that workout in, to stand up and to get moving, burn those calories, and then drink more water. All of that comes together to just being more healthy, maintaining my fitness, which is very important to me. So this is my vision for this year. And one last thing about this is, if you notice, this is a float frame and my vision board is not connected all the way to the end. So I have some room on all sides. And to me, that's a representation that even though these are my goals and this is my vision, don't be limited. Give yourself room to grow. And I want to make sure that I have room for these goals to not only be accomplished, but surpassed, and new things that I didn't even put on here may come up as well. So that edge, that room I have around here, is to give me that room to grow. So that's a quick, easy, down and dirty way to create a vision board. It's only one thing left to do, and that's hang this baby up. Now I have a visual representation of where I'm headed this year in a place where I can see it and walk by it every single day. And with that, if you like this video, then let me know by leaving a comment down below and let me know what's one of your visions for this year. And until next time, I'm Diamond. Peace.